But let's begin with the congenital heart problem.
Yes.
What is it, and what are the possible causes for that?
Okay, first disclaimer, I'm not a pediatric cardiologist.
Yeah.
So my pediatric colleagues out there, if I mess up, forgive me. Yes, but largely, they are not very well-defined risk factors for congenital heart diseases. So that you look at most population and the prevalence is sort of constant. But although there are certain specific things that would worsen this, for example, maternal infections, viral infections, you probably heard of the rubella story and things like that. Use of toxins in pregnancy, alcohol, hard drugs, etc., smoking. So those are things that can be done, something can be done about. But there's that bit of congenital heart disease which is, sort of constant wherever you are. Yeah.
All right, let's not dwell so much into the congenital heart problem. Let's talk about heart attack, Prof. It really claims lives of many. So do we have a cause or even risk factors to that? And do we have some symptoms for that, Prof? What exactly happens?
Fine, yes. So coronary artery disease is clearly a major cause of heart problems. In fact, in terms of global statistics, it is the leading cause of death in the world. We haven't reached there yet. Unfortunately, we are hurtling at very great speed towards that. So just to go back to a little to what I said earlier.
Yeah.
The heart itself has got its own blood circulation. We call those coronary arteries. So that's how the heart muscle gets its oxygen and food and all that. Now, when these get narrowed, we call that coronary artery disease. And coronary artery disease has got specific risk factors. Some of them behavioral, some of them, if you like, biological. So the main risk factors quickly for coronary artery disease is hypertension, high cholesterol, diabetes, smoking, overweight, lack of physical activity, stress, and certain dietary patterns. So this, and then there are inherent risk factors like family history, like male sex, which operates until after menopause. Then somehow, unfortunately, the women catch up with us, and also age. The older you get, the higher your chances. So basically, part of the so we divide them into modifiable versus non-modifiable. Obviously, you can't modify your age or your sex or your family history, but you can modify your smoking and all that. So I mention that because it's an important part of the management of the whole spectrum of coronary artery disease. Now, so how does coronary artery disease manifest? Like I said, it comes as narrowing of these coronary arteries. Now, before you get a critical narrowing, what usually happens is that if you are doing sort of ordinary activities, enough blood can still pass through that narrowed segment, and your heart does not feel it. But if you try to strain yourself, more physical activity, anxiety, what have you, then there's a shortfall in how much blood can pass through there. And that usually manifests as pain in the chest. The pain is typically in the center of the chest, not on the left side where the heart is, and is typically described as a heaviness or a gripping pain. So this is pain that will typically occur on a certain amount of physical activity, and if you rest, it goes away. In technical terms, we call it angina. Now, if, unfortunately, that narrowed segment gets completely blocked, and usually it gets blocked because a clot forms there, then it means that portion of the heart supplied by that particular blood vessel is cut off from oxygen, from nutrition, from everything. That is the heart attack now.
Right.